All right, we are live now. This is Indie Talk with Jesse and Jaron, featuring the Below Zero Wrestling Champion and the Ice King, Jack Ledger.
I got her here with me. Here in Georgia.
Right there.
That's the belt.
Oh my God. This beautiful blue-eyed beauty right here. Love it.
Yeah, it is a nice belt.
Oh my God, it's the nicest belt I've seen on an indie show, and I am lucky enough to be the one to not only have it, but be the first and only so far. And oh my God, it is heavy and gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, you were having me and the other Jesse, Jesse French at the last show holding, and got some heft to it. So. Yeah.
I told you the story like when I won it and we pulled it down. When I pulled it down, it was I never felt the title before, like the show, so it was already hanging when we walked in. So when I pulled it down, I didn't know how heavy it was gonna be. So I was scared I was gonna drop it, and then I was gonna have to like jump off the ladder and grab it. So I pulled it and I was like, oh. Geesh. So it's a heavy one, but it's lovely.
Yeah, definitely. For anybody that's coming in right now, Jesse was having some bad connections, and then we were trying to figure out everything. So I know we're like a bit half of an hour late, but we can go until whenever. So, but yeah, right now we got Jack Ledger on here, and I guess we can get started. We were just talking about the Below Zero Championship, but talk about how you got into wrestling and watching wrestling and overall your early career.
So I started kind of late, watching it late. And in like 2010, 2011. So around there, me and my brother, we saw a Rocky 3 documentary. We found out there was this guy named Hulk Hogan. We were like, oh, this guy's the coolest dude ever. So then we just watched YouTube, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, all that. And then started watching the nowadays wrestling, and we started seeing people like the GOAT, John Cena. We started seeing The Miz. It was Cody Rhodes. It was that kind of type of era. Randy Orton, Hall of Pain, and that we just stuck with. We want to be wrestlers, and then a lot of people say that, and it comes and goes. But me and my brother were like, we love this. We want to be wrestlers, and then just stuck with it, stayed with it, and then we try to go progress from there.
Yeah. I feel like everybody at this point, Hulk Hogan is definitely the good starting point for wrestling, and then like Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and obviously Randy Orton, probably the greatest of all time, and he's still doing it. So it's crazy how he's still doing it. So.
Still kicking, and like as if it was his first day. Like just I don't think he ages. I really don't think he does.
Yeah, he's still in good shape, and all he changes is pretty much his
facial hair.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's had the full beard, the mustache, and then the goatees, and pretty much sideburns.
He does it all. He does it all.
Yeah. Randy's been doing pretty good, and we don't even know what's happening with the RK Bro right now. So I hope hopefully that's able to still be intact after them losing the tag team championships to the Usos. So.
Oh, he's having the most fun he's ever had in his life. I don't imagine him getting done with it anytime soon.
Yeah, I bet it's just pretty much storyline at this point. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to play the crowd a bit. So.
For sure.
We got Stephen Harbick, aka Jackson Black from Tennessee All Pro Wrestling, saying, how's it going, boys? And I think it seems to be going pretty good.
So far, so good.
Tennessee Pro Wrestling?
Yeah, he's over down in Tennessee.
I actually just wrestled in Tennessee Tennessee Championship Wrestling, I think it was, about 2 months ago before I broke my hand. But
okay.
yeah, just trying to go all around, trying to hit every state. So,
Mhm.
hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah. That's one thing Jesse and I were talking about is like if we go down to Tennessee, we got to definitely say hi to Jackson Black and just see what the different territories are down there. So yeah.
Absolutely.
He says, who did you wrestle down there?
I can't remember his name. I think his name was Genesis. It was something Genesis. This long-haired guy. He was pretty good. It was actually probably my best opponent that I wrestled since I've been down here. He was really good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That's definitely awesome to go down there and do some stuff. So
Absolutely.
yeah. Oh, he's asked. Was it Jason Genesis?
Yes, Jason Genesis.
Okay. Oh, so it looks like
Small
Jack
world.
a bit. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've been. He actually, Jackson also runs a podcast too. He does Wrestle Talk Live. I think on a Tennessee programming station. So
It's a TV show, Jaron.
TV show. That's right.
TV show. That's awesome.
TV show. Yep.
That's right. He had to correct me last time about it. He's like, it's a TV show, man. So.
He just did it again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I don't know if you can see the comments or not, but he's getting comments on the side here.
Yeah, some of them they're popping up slower than the way you read them, but they're popping up slowly but surely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely be covering that, and then Instagram. There's no comments on here, but we got I believe 2 people on here right now. So yeah. You mentioned you and your brother started wrestling. Your brother, if anybody doesn't know, is actually another North Dakota wrestler, Bobby Brennan. How was it growing up with Bobby?
That is a very good question. We don't talk that much. We talk the way we connect through is just through wrestling, really, because it's like we're almost coworkers. The more we grew up, the kind of the further we got from each other. But Jack and Bobby, they're probably the closest thing in our family. We just talk about wrestling. Anytime we do talk or text, it's about wrestling. He sends me a video like, hey, watch this match, or we send each other like Instagram clips being like, look at this, I want to try this, oh, this looks cool, have you saw this? And it's only wrestling. That is the only thing we really talk about.
Okay. Yeah. Wrestling is a good thing to bond over. So.
Oh yeah, I mean it's one of the only things we have in common. That and like MCU, like Marvel and all that.
Yeah, that's true. You guys are part of a tag team, right?
Yes, sir. Friend or foe. We named it Friend or Foe because Bobby is always a heel. He's always the bad guy, and I am always the good guy. And then sometimes we tag team, and he's the bad guy. I'm the good guy. So that's what we call it, Friend or Foe. We're either against each other or we're friends. So Friend or Foe. We totally stole the name from a Spider-Man video game for the Wii, but it's cool. I like it. He thought of it behind my back, and I was just like, I don't know how I think about that. We're probably going to change it. Here we are 5 years later. I didn't even bother. I was like, we got it.
Yeah. It seems to be working pretty good. So
yeah. It gets over. So it's the name. Labels.
Yeah. All right, Jesse.
Yeah. So okay. Would you walk us through the final minutes of your title defense of the system? I don't know if you knew or not that I guess after a match he kind of went down, like went unconscious, and he had blood coming out of his mouth. What was going through your mind during when that all happened?
So at the end, I hit like 3 moves of doom. It was just, it was I hit my doom one, that spin move, the curb stomp, the kiss the ring, and then the flying Dutchman. I didn't know he was bleeding out of the mouth until the flying Dutchman. Like I climbed up, and then I looked at him just laying on the ground when I was on the top rope, and I was like, his mouth was bleeding. But
oh, you saw it as you were on the top rope?
Yeah. Some people thought when I gave him the flying Dutchman, he like I broke a rib. I broke one of his ribs or something, and he got like internal bleeding. No, I don't think it was that serious. It wasn't. I didn't kill him. All I know is I climbed up and I was just like, oh, his mouth is bleeding, and that. So he doesn't know what happened from. I don't know what happened from, but I didn't hear from it. So he's alive, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was just probably one of those things that happen.
Yeah. When I fought Gino, he hit his frog splash and he hit it, boom, popped back up and landed on my face, and I got a bloody nose. And then it was like, it was flying all over my face. I was bleeding really bad. But it wasn't bad, really. It just looked bad because there was like blood, just like, it looked like boom, just like that everywhere.
Right.
And everyone was like, oh, you broke your nose and stuff. I was like, it's not that serious. No, I did not.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, because it's interesting to your perspective because you did the move and then you went out and then I think I was about to get up and then Guy Fox went over to check on him. He gave I don't know who exactly. I think he was just doing it in general, trying to.
Yeah, he gave the X and stuff.
So yeah, he's trying to get somebody over there. I think some of the wrestlers didn't even know what to do because I don't think they've ever seen that before. So they were confused trying to figure out what's going on, and then some people went down there to help them. So
I almost went back out there, but I know me and System aren't on the best pages together. But I still have a heart, so I almost went back out there to check on him and make sure he's okay.
Yeah. In terms of like wrestling character in the, I guess, videoing, I don't know how much you can do after that, but
exactly. But yeah, knowing that you might have killed a guy.
But yeah, it was very. I was front row on the entrance stage over there on the left, and yeah, it was definitely freaky seeing that. I'm like, what just happened? And then went over to my friend Jesse French, and he's like, I told him, did he just like get injured somehow or a serious injury? And then that happened, and then talked to Sly Fox for a little bit after that on Messenger, and then texted the System on Messenger, and he said he was fine the next day. So. Yeah. But yeah.
Good. Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, did I kill you?
Yeah.
Are you in the hospital?
Yeah, because that was like, the 3 moves, you just hit them, bam, bam, bam. I'm like, that's you probably got to feel something after that, but
exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good that he's doing good and good that it wasn't. It's serious at the time, but not serious now. So it's a good thing. So
all's good. That's all that matters.
Yeah. In terms of like the match and stuff, that was awesome to be there and System and Jack Ledger. So
it was awesome for me because I haven't been in North Dakota for 5 months at that time, like at that point in time, and then Below flew me out to Minot, North Dakota, where I'm from, and like I was staying there for about a week because plane tickets are expensive, very expensive right now. They've been rising since the gas, and they flew me out, and I was so appreciative because I finally got to see my dogs, my loved ones, and
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed everyone. I missed because Georgia's beautiful, but
Mm-hmm.
God, I missed those people. I missed
Mm-hmm.
everyone. Got to see my mom. Got to see my
Mm-hmm.
brother. So it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. It's always good seeing family after a while. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And then obviously I broke my hand. I'm not wearing the cast right now because it's getting
Oh.
better. But so that was my first match back in like 2 months maybe.
Oh.
And I really miss the ring, and I really miss the gym too. I'm trying to go to the gym still with a broken hand, but it's hard. I can see it on my body. I'm not as toned as I was. So I'm like, oh, I need to do something. I need to get back into it. So don't break anything. Never break your hand or anything. You don't realize how much of a toll it'll take on you.
Yeah. It was about like 5 years ago, I believe. I fractured my thumb, and I know it's not like a whole hand, but when you got your cast, just like thumb is right there, you're able to like kind of move your hand a bit. It's just weird doing this all the time.
Yeah, I'm like always like this, walking around with my. I don't know where the cast is right now. I just threw it off and everything, but it's my pinkies are always up, and it sucks.
Giving like gang signs, like
exactly, and like. I pose for the camera like I flex, and I look goofy because I'm like that.
Yeah.
Whatever, but I'll never wear that in the ring again. I hope not. I hope I don't need to.
Yeah. That's gotta be difficult. Wear that in the ring and doing something as simple as a suplex. So yeah,
just trying to crawl away. I can't bend my wrist, so I'm just like trying to like push myself out. I was in that figure 4, and I was trying to crawl away. It felt so awkward. But
yeah,
never again.
Yeah. Overall, I think you're able to, I guess, hide a lot of that and still able to make it work. So
yeah. I did. I guess so. It's done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Jesse, I'll have you go over some of the comments right here.
All right. So, Max, to answer your question, we do Wednesdays at 4. We have a show at 4:30, and then we do one at 8:00, and then again Friday nights we do 8 to some. We'll do either a 8:00 show or we'll do a 9:00 show. So once again, Max, Wednesdays at 4:30 and again at 8, and then Friday either we do an 8:00 show or a 9:00 show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong button there. So. Yeah. What else? There's Max says he's a wrestler for WCW, I guess. Huh. He was a heel wrestler, and his wrestling name is Max Slaughterhouse Smith. Huh. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, and then Jackson said he's gonna shout us out tonight in his Wrestle Talk TV show. So.
TV show, Jim. Come on now.
Awesome. TV show.
TV show. Not just a show, TV. Yeah. I'll have you go first with this one, Jesse. But he says, "Where are we located
at?" We are in Minnesota, Max.
Yeah.
Both me and Jaron are. Jack, you're from the Dakotas, right?
Yeah, I'm from North Dakota. I'm now here in Norcross, Georgia.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Lots traveling, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Max says if I show up tonight, I'm gonna get a front row seat.
Please do.
Please do. That is pretty much front row seat.
He's from Dallas.
It's on. Oh, Dallas, Texas, huh? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, people from everywhere.
From all over.
Yeah. Oh, on Instagram here we got the real Drago from MAW Wrestling. He says, "Hey yo, what's going on, Drago?"
Hey, Drago.
Yeah. All right, I'll have you go with the question, Jesse.
All right, so what's next for Jack Ledger since the system is out of the way now? What's next for you?
I guess it's Nick Nelson again. This is the third time. This is Jack versus Nelson 3 in Below Zero. He's the only person I wrestled more than once. And he is going to be the first person that I wrestle 3 times. But outside of Below Zero, like in Cloud9 and many other companies, usually Minnesota, we've wrestled, I think, a total of like 12, 13 times. So I'm not a stranger to Nick, and starting to get to know him really well in the ring. So I think I got this. But after that, I'm planning on holding this thing for a while. And Below Zero is a really good chapter of my life. It's the Ice King era. It's just so fun. I never had so much fun in wrestling ever than I have now. And it's a love story. Like Cody said, it's a love story, and I am absolutely in love right now with it. I'm having a great time, even with the ups and downs of breaking the hand and being out of the ring, and I'm still around it. I'm still going to the factory with my cast on and doing what I can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Nick the Natural Nelson, at the same event you defeated the system. He won the Battle Royal to become a #1 contender for the Below Zero Wrestling Championship. So, yeah, we were talking about a little bit about that with the photographer, aka the system's personal videographer, Johnny Rhodes.
Johnny boy.
Yeah, he was saying something like system didn't actually lose, Jack Ledger lost or something like that, right, Jesse?
Yeah, something like that. He was kind of all over the place that night. He thinks, I think one of the comments he made that you cheated, but I saw the match live on YouTube Instagram, and it was a clean victory. You won clean. Sorry, Johnny. I know you're probably gonna say something to me about it, but Jack won fair and square.
Yeah,
I know Johnny loves his system, but Johnny, you do way too good of work for me to ever fight with you. He is amazing with that camera, so and like videography and all that. So you know what? If you love the system, go ahead, love it.
Yeah. He does awesome work. Obviously I'm there, but I want to check out the clips he does on mainly the Below Zero Wrestling Facebook, and those like top 5s or the clips of events are really good. He's got like 5 different cameras going on, so.
Oh yeah. The what's coming out for Below Zero, their camera and everything, the way like everything's filmed and put together, it looks like raw. Like they have replays and everything. It looks amazing. It looks amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I guess speaking of videography, someone else who we know pretty good is Chavo, who does MAW wrestling videography. So shout out to Chavo right there and his work.
Yeah, where you at, Chavo?
Yeah, I wonder if Chavo will be on here. So.
What, Paul Burt?
Yeah.
I love Paul. Paulie.
Yeah, Paul is awesome. We had him on the show last Wednesday.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
I should say you did. I wasn't available.
Yeah. It was just me and Paul Verk and stirring the pot, I guess. Yeah. You were also talking about Cody Rhodes. You went to you trained at the Nightmare Academy. How was your training experience over there?
It was crazy. It's nothing like you would ever think. You meet a lot of people that are in wrestling and out of wrestling that are great people in that building. It's just full of good people. QT, I think I was trained by QT Marshall, and I think he's possibly one of the smartest people in wrestling today, and really straightforward, and I love that about him. Very smart. Cody is like the president of wrestling today, and he is the nicest. Like they say, never meet your heroes. Cody Rhodes is my favorite wrestler growing up because I started watching around that Undashing era, and they say never meet your heroes, but I met my hero, and man, he is the nicest person I've ever met. He's the nicest person in wrestling I've ever met. So I will always stick up for him. If anyone ever said anything bad for him, I'm always there to stick up for him. Glacier, WCW's Glacier. He's a very nice guy too. Very smart, has a lot of stories. He's a lover. He loves his friends. He loves his students. He loves DDP. He loves Cody. Talks about Dusty a lot. All of his stories. Has a lot of stories. Great person.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it's always. Yeah, I don't think I would have anything bad about Cody. He seems pretty good, and he started AEW and then made the choice to step down and come back to WWE after realizing his role is being a wrestler, not being a CEO or boss of the company. So
yeah, it was really weird. We were all in class, and we were just like, because the first day of the factory, his contract ran up, and he was still working on like a handshake deal with them. Then he had that Sammy Guevara match, and he was still working there. And then we're like, oh, he's obviously gonna sign. And then he kind of told us like, yeah, I'm gonna sign again, like with AEW. We're like, oh, okay. And then one day it was just like, my mom texted me and was like, what is happening? I'm seeing Cody Rhodes everywhere saying he's not going to AEW. I was like, wait, what? And I looked through my phone and stuff, and we all showed up at school. We were like, what? So like the next time we saw him, we're like, what's going on? But yeah, it was crazy, and we all felt like we're just like, is it WWE? And I was honestly excited because I was like, it could be WWE, it could be Japan, it could. I was excited to see what's next with him. So wherever it went, I was excited, and I'm happy that it went the way it did.
Yeah. My original thoughts, I was kind of thinking like, I don't think it was the smartest decision because I guess WWE hasn't been using the talent the best that they could. But as of right now, I guess kind of same story with Drew McIntyre. They had Drew in the WWE. They released him, brought him back. He's became champion and doing good, and now Cody's kind of doing the same thing. So
yeah, I love the whole story. It's honestly not even. It's not even like a story. It's actually how he feels. Like he wants to win it for Dusty, and he wants to win the title for Dusty. And I think that's awesome because it brings not Cody Reynolds. It's almost like Cody Rhodes. What he wants is what Cody Reynolds wants. Like. The real life him, what he wants is the in ring kayfabe, what he wants, and it makes it more real. It makes it more like passionate, and it makes us believe it and follow and want it more for him. So I think so far it's been going good. I love the Miz too. So he's been week after week with Miz, and then obviously I love Rollins, and then it's week after week with Rollins. So it's I think it's pretty cool. It's very cool to see him, and I'm excited to see what's next after Backlash. What's the next pay-per-view?
I haven't seen anything pop up, but there's probably something about it.
I think it's Payback.
Oh, it's Hell in a Cell. I think
Yeah,
it's Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell in a
yeah,
Cell.
yeah. Oh, that's right.
But,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, it's third Rollins and Rhodes. We'll see how it goes. I just watched the Backlash one. It was really good. I liked it.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I just love them both, so I can't find myself hating anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What were your thoughts on as soon as Cody Rhodes came out for WrestleMania though?
We were like, I'm sitting there. I was wearing my Cody Rhodes shirt and everything. We're like, is it gonna be it? And we're like, it has to. It has to.
Mhm.
It's like when CM Punk was going to AEW. It was like,
Yeah.
he has to be coming tonight. Yes. So we're just like waiting for it, and then we heard the music. We were like, yes. And then the second thought was like, wow, he got to use his original music, like his music. And then it was so weird to see that logo on WWE. It almost felt like a dream, like one of those weird, really realistic dreams. And he came out, and it the whole match, it was just like you had goosebumps. You were like, this is crazy. Like this is happening.
Yeah.
It was too good to be true, but it was true. So.
Yeah. It was definitely awesome to see that, and well, even just like when even before the entrance, how does it go again? The wrestling only has one royal family. I'm like, oh man, yeah.
Everyone erupted.
Mm-hmm.
They booed him in AEW, but as soon as he came to WWE, everyone erupted. Babies were flying in the air. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hated that they were. I could see why they were booing him, but like I hated that they were booing him just because like he's a corporate guy and he's also a wrestler. But I mean,
I like this corporate Cody. I like the the whole businessman aspect and everything, because it's like I said, that's actually him. Like that, like he came to the factory, like he would show up to the factory in like kind of like sweats and like a sweatshirt. But like when it came to like business and it came to like stuff like that, like showcase day, he was in a suit, and he was in a suit like whenever he can. He likes to be in like dressed that dapper way, and it just gives off like the professional vibe, like how he cares about this, and it's a really good way to look at it. I wanted to always do that, but also I was pretty young, even though some promotions I showed up to in suits. Like the first time being there, I would show up in like a suit and stuff like that. It's a good way to show that you care and respect like that company and or the business.
Yeah. I think in wrestling, most wrestling fans see as like tuxedos as like, oh, you're a heel, you're all about the money, but in reality, it's all about being professional and being an on-time, reliable guy. So
I say it's just it shows you care. It shows you actually respect it. You're really respecting this. Gino Rivera, he showed up in a suit. The when we fought.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Just show you respect below zero. So.
Yeah, definitely. Jesse.
All right, just one more question for you, Jack, and then we'll let you go. Question is, so you faced Nick Nelson 3 times, you said?
I faced him 2 times. This will be my 3rd time.
This will be your 3rd time. So after Nick, do you foresee yourself maybe getting into another match with the system?
To be honest, I don't think so. In below zero, no, not Ice King era. Maybe far down the road. But I like to cross the names off the list. You know, I like to wrestle new names. I like to see what they got. I like to see what everyone has in the chamber, and I want to give them a shot, and also see if their shot's strong enough, because I want to cross these names. It's King of the Hill. I want to cross them out left and right.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you got to face as many people as you can, and within North Dakota, the Below Zero Wrestling itself, you got a lot of different challengers left. So
Absolutely. I really wanted to take on Sierra, because Sierra was going to be in that fatal 4-way, and it would have been cool. It would have been really cool. I want to see how it'd go, but it was obviously that snowstorm that we had. What was it, Winter Slam, or
I think it was Winter Slam.
Winter Slam,
yeah.
And that was true. It wasn't Winter Slam, so so she wasn't able to make it, and but other than that, I had to wrestle somebody else too. But then they canceled. Then it was me versus Sterling Bond.
Oh, okay.
But I like to see new names. I like to try new matches. And I heard that Nick Nelson gets to pick the stipulation or something like that. So I have no idea, but make it fun, Nick. Make it fun.
Yeah. Nick actually just commented now. He said, first match ever in BZW was Nelson versus Jack. It's all coming full circle one day soon.
That is very true. And it's going to happen again and end the same way.
Yeah. I can't wait. Can't wait to see what that happens too. And just one more thing too. There was a video at the end of the Below Zero event, that last event. You and Gino Rivera had a little standoff. You being the champ and him being the AIWF champion. Is there any future stuff with that happening?
That's what I was kind of giving off the.
Oh, you were. Yeah.
The feel of we come face to face, and we're just like Gino being who he is, and being all everywhere, being all crazy, being like, oh, look at me, I'm the winner now, and you cheated, and but if he's not careful, again, I have two shoulders. And there's only a title on one of them, so I can take another. Maybe we'll see it if he keeps up this attitude, keeps up that fight. He's staying in his lane, but if the fire gets too hot, then I'll put him out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's been awesome talking to you. I know having the tech issues a little delayed it a little bit longer, but thank you for staying with us, and we can't wait to see if Nick Nelson stuff, Gino Rivera, Below Zero, and just wrestling in general. So
I have no idea who it's going to be next, but just know it's going to be. This is war.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that all plays out. So, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being on the show, Jack. And maybe have to talk again and see where things go from here. So,
absolutely. I'm open whenever. I'd love to. Same with your friend in Tennessee. Love to get to meet him. I'm gonna try to go wrestle as many places as I can, wrestle as much as I can. I'm very open, so absolutely.
Yeah, got to make the rounds. So
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again, and hope you have a nice night, Jack.
All right, thank you. You guys take care.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Live is ending.